Yo, what is up guys? My name is Archie and welcome back to a brand new video where today I'm going to be doing a 2021 NFL mock draft for the full first round. I'll hopefully be doing some more draft coverage as the year progresses. Subscribe if you're new and hit the like button if you enjoyed. Let's get it. With the first pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars take Trevor Lawrence. I don't think this needs explanation. Lawrence is a once-in-a-lifetime quarterback prospect. He's a beast and is going to be a legend in the NFL if he's in the right situation and surrounded with sufficient talent for sure. Number 2, the Jets take Zach Wilson. The Jets take their franchise quarterback with the second overall pick. Sam Darnold has not lived up to expectations, and I believe that Wilson's combination of arm talent and football IQ makes him a better prospect than Justin Fields, and he's probably closer to Trevor Lawrence than to Fields. With the third pick, the Dolphins select Devontae Smith. The Dolphins pair their young quarterback with his former college teammate in Devontae Smith. Smith has a slight frame, but is an elite separator that will translate to the next level. This is aiding in Tua's development, and so will their next pick, which I'll get to in a minute. With the fourth pick, the Falcons take Justin Fields. The Falcons also get their quarterback of the future who will sit behind Matt Ryan for a year or two if they don't trade him, and a guy who has tons of potential to be a star in this league. In the second round, I see the Falcons drafting a playmaker for Fields to grow with and develop behind Julio Jones. I've seen Rashawn Slater mocked here, but I don't think that makes much sense. With the fifth pick, the Bengals take Penei Sewell. The argument that Slater is the better prospect at this moment, but the Bengals aren't going to be competing for anything anytime soon. Sewell is a generational talent with size and athleticism, and it will be too much for the Bengals to pass up. With the sixth pick, the Eagles take Ja'Marr Chase. With their pick of Jalen Reagor last year, they're now a few pieces away from a good young receiving core. JJ Arcega-Whiteside was awful his first 2 seasons, and I think Ja'Marr Chase would be an incredible pickup for the Eagles, whether or not they decide to trade or get rid of Carson Wentz. With the 7th pick, the Lions take Jalen Waddle from Alabama. With the possibility that both Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones are going to be departing in free agency, and a new quarterback in Jared Goff, he's arguably the best receiver in the draft, and getting him with the 7th overall pick is pretty good value. With the 8th pick, the Panthers take Trey Lance. With this pick, they have 2 options, I think. They either take the best pass catcher in the draft in Kyle Pitts, or get their quarterback of the future. In this case, they go with the guy who can sit behind arguably the best mentor in the league, that is Teddy Bridgewater. Lance is a big, traitsy guy that is similar to Jordan Love as a project guy. I originally had mocked him to the Falcons, but I don't think the Falcons pass up a big talent like Fields. With the 9th pick, the Broncos take Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons, the Penn State linebacker and edge, fits in Vic Fangio's system and is a very versatile prospect. He can play both inside and outside and can cover decently well too. This is a great value pick to grab Parsons before he slips to the next team that wants him. With the 10th pick, the Cowboys take Caleb Farley, the cornerback from Virginia Tech. He's a hyper-athletic prospect that is looked at by many as a consensus top cornerback prospect in this year's draft. He's only been playing the position for a few years and still has tons of potential. Surtain might be the better day one starter, but Farley will be the better prospect in a few years, I think. The Cowboys are very bad in the secondary, and Farley will be a huge step up immediately. With the 11th pick, the Giants take Kyle Pitts. It seems counterproductive since the Giants' current tight end, Evan Ingram, was just a Pro Bowler. But Pitts is not only an upgrade from Ingram, but will also become a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses, whether he's lining up on the outside or in the slot. None of the top 4 cornerbacks are on the board, so that won't be in consideration, despite Daniel Jones not being a great prospect. Although it seems like a logjam, Pitts is hardly a tight end. He can be put everywhere on the field and will create mismatches everywhere he goes. With the 12th pick, the 49ers take Patrick Surtain. The 49ers get a stud cornerback to replace Richard Sherman, who I think will be headed to the Jets with Robert Saleh. Surtain is arguably the best corner in the class as shown by his top performances against elite competition. Pairing him with Jason Verrett will be class and can make the 49ers title contenders once again. With the 13th pick, the Chargers take Rashawn Slater. It's very likely that he'll be off the board at this point, but grabbing arguably the best lineman who has guard and center flexibility is a steal. The Chargers would look to draft a lineman to protect their franchise guy, and Slater would be an insane value pick. In Daniel Jeremiah's recent mock draft, he has Slater going as high as 5 to the Bengals. A+ pick at 13 if you ask me. With the 14th pick, the Vikings take Wyatt Davis. The Vikings badly need an interior offensive lineman, and the prospect Wyatt Davis fits that mold perfectly. He's an elite prospect and is a plug-and-play starter. With Garrett Bradbury holding down at the center spot, their offensive line will be set for the future. Especially entering somewhat of a rebuild, offensive line is a crucial part of the team. With the 15th pick, the Patriots take Kwity Paye. The Patriots acquire much-needed edge presence in an athletic, traitsy prospect that is Kwity Paye. He has loads of potential, and given that the Patriots find their franchise quarterback this summer, will be a beast for the Pats. I love this value too. He's more polished than Rousseau, but he's also just as athletic and rangy. He has a strong work ethic and fits the Patriot way. With the 16th pick, the Cardinals take J.C. Horn. The Cards get a Patrick Peterson replacement and one of the quickest risers in this year's draft. Let Byron Murphy and Budda Baker be used in nickel packages and put Horn on the outside, and with Isaiah Simmons, they have a young, strong secondary. Their next step should be adding a good pass rusher opposite to Hassan Reddick, and they'll be set. With the 17th pick, the Raiders take Gregory Rousseau. The Raiders desperately need help on the edge, and while Rousseau might not be the most technically advanced player in this draft, he fills a void and offers extremely high potential for the Raiders. He is a long, athletic edge that can also line up on the inside and can push the pocket and generate pressure on the quarterback. With the 18th pick, the Dolphins take Christian Darrisaw. Another high riser this year is Christian Darrisaw out of Virginia Tech. Darrisaw is a high potential tackle prospect that has gone in the top 10 of many mocks, so grabbing him at 18 is a steal, I think. In this case, you can slide Robert Hunt to guard and have Darrisaw start at right tackle. Their defense is set, so if they want to win with Tua, they'll need to give him weapons and solid protection. This is, of course, if they do not choose to trade for Deshaun Watson. Washington football team take Mac Jones with the 19th overall pick. Washington need a franchise quarterback, and I think that Mac Jones can be that. Jones is a very accurate passer and was a stud at Alabama this past year. While some might say that he threw to the best weapons and behind the best offensive line, and you're right, the traits he has will show wherever he ends up. He seems to be a relatively safe prospect. At the 20th overall pick, the Bears make a trade to land their franchise quarterback in Derek Carr. They trade their first and third round picks, and the Raiders use it to trade for Deshaun Watson. Rumors are building that the Raiders are looking to ship Carr off for picks in order to acquire Deshaun Watson from the Texans. Derek Carr is Chicago's best option at this point, and someone that is realistic and not too expensive to pick up. With the 21st overall pick, the Colts select Sam Cosmi. With the Colts' second round pick, they will probably trade for Sam Darnold of the New York Jets. He's a young, talented quarterback that is in need of a change of scenery, and Frank Reich and the Colts could be that. With this pick, they take the left tackle of the future in Sam Cosmi. And as shown with Phillip Rivers, they are a playoff team with even average quarterback play. With Anthony Costanzo retired, Cosmi fills one of the holes in their front five. With the 22nd overall pick, the Titans select Joseph Ossai. The Titans need all the help they can get on the edge, and the Texas prospect will fill that void. He's an uber athletic player and can get pressure on the quarterback at the next level. I like him better than Azeez Ojulari from Georgia, so Ossai is their pick. With the 23rd overall pick, the Jets select Travis Etienne. With the hiring of Mike LaFleur and a transition to a Kyle Shanahan offense, they need a quick, powerful running back, and I think Etienne is the best in the class. He can catch the ball out of the backfield and is incredibly fast and elusive when punching through gaps. They need weapons on offense for Zach Wilson, and Etienne would be the perfect help for the Jets. With the 24th overall pick, the Steelers select Elijah Vera Tucker. Ben Roethlisberger is aging, and so is their offensive line. Get him some help to make one last Super Bowl push, and Vera Tucker can be that. He has flexibility at tackle and guard, so he can be used wherever necessary. He has excellent tape from last year in college and holds up well against elite talent. With the 25th overall pick, the Jaguars select Christian Barmore. Barmore adds some much needed bulk for the Jaguars front to help them stop the run, which they majorly struggled with this season. He played incredible games in the college football playoff, and getting him at 25 might be a bit of a stretch. This would be awesome value here, and I believe that Barmore will be a star in a few years. With the failed pick that is Taven Bryan, Barmore is his replacement. With the 26th pick, the Browns select Tyson Campbell. The Browns need help in their secondary and linebackers, but as displayed in their game against the Chiefs, they need help on the boundary. Campbell from Georgia would be an awesome pick at 26, who I think has immense talent and can cover just about anyone. I would choose him over Stokes just because I think Campbell has more talent and more potential to be a boom prospect. With the 27th pick, the Ravens take Jalen Phillips. The Ravens have some serious decision making to do here. Both Matt Judon and Yannick Ngakoue are free agents, and despite health concerns, Phillips' sheer athleticism and talent is too much to pass up here. They are solid everywhere else, and they have money that they need to save so that they can pay Lamar Jackson. The defense can choose between one of Ngakoue and Judon and still be productive with Phillips. At the 28th pick, the Saints take Trayvon Moehrig. The Saints are in cap hell this season, and they likely won't be able to bring back Marcus Williams. Malcolm Jenkins is aging and can't play forever, so they take the safety from TCU, Trayvon Moehrig. He's one of my favorite players to watch in all of college football and can provide some instant help in their secondary. He has great instincts and a strong work ethic too. At the 29th pick, the Packers take Kadarius Toney. The Packers will be building for the future with this pick as well as the present. Toney is a superb playmaker after the catch and is electric with the ball in his hands. He is quick, shifty, and fun to watch and can shift momentum in a snap. I love this fit where he doesn't need to do a lot to be impactful. Him and Aaron Rodgers would be lethal. With the 30th overall pick, the Bills take Jalen Mayfield. With Darrell Williams a free agent, they can improve and get younger at the position with Jalen Mayfield. He's a powerful tackle and can help improve their run game immediately. He reminds me of the Broncos' Garrett Bowles and is long and athletic. I love this pick and value for the Bills. With the 31st pick, the Chiefs take Alex Leatherwood. The Chiefs' offensive line is weak and depleted at this point, and Alex Leatherwood would be an instant upgrade at the tackle or guard spot, wherever they have him play. He's undoubtedly the most pro-ready offensive lineman in the draft, and while he's not the most talented or gifted, his technique is impeccable and will be great for a contending Chiefs team for years down the line. With the 32nd overall pick, the Buccaneers take Carlos Basham. Vita Vea is a beast but struggled with injuries this season, and Ndamukong Suh cannot play forever. Basham immediately helps in Todd Bowles' defense and is a starter that can push the pocket. He played incredibly well at Wake Forest in the Senior Bowl and is likely a first-round pick because of it. He has good length and violent hands and will be one of the most pro-ready linemen in this year's class. He has flexibility to play both inside and outside and will be a beast in the pros. If you enjoyed this video, check out my recent offseason videos leaked on screen. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. Check out my website linked below and share my channel with your friends. Have a great day. Peace.